All right. So where's the trend line? I can't see the trend line on your screen. No, I can't see the trend line. No, I can't see it. I can see your screen, but I can't see the trend line on your screen.
Can you see it?
I'm not seeing any trend
So
line on
can
your
you see
screen.
it?
I can't see any trend line on your screen.
Yes. Can you see it?
All right, I can see the trend line now.
Sham correct, sir.
All right. So can you take it to portrait view so I can see your full screen? Take it to a portrait view. Like take it to the
Can you
normal
see it?
view, not this landscape view. I can't see your full screen this way.
Can you see it?
I can't see your full screen this way. Take it to a portrait view.
Can you see it?
It's still on landscape.
Wait, sir. Yeah?
Take it to the normal view. Take it to the normal view. Don't put it on landscape. Put it on the normal view.
Are you seeing it, sir?
Your phone is still on landscape.
It's no more landscape, sir.
Alright, I'm still seeing
Can you see it?
landscape here. I'm still seeing it on landscape on my screen.
Oh, wait, let me push it and start sharing
Okay.
again.
Alright. Yeah, I can see it. I can see
Can you
your
see it, sir?
your phone is on portrait. Now go to your Bybit.
I'm on my.
I'm seeing your this Gmail page. That's what I'm seeing.
Ah, yeah, let me refresh.
I guess it's from the network. Yeah, I can see your Bybit page loading up now. Your Bybit page is loading up. Okay, I can see it. Alright, so what are we waiting for right now? Alright, very good. Very good. Alright. And that's another one. Just make sure you leave it on this portrait view so I'll be able to see your full screen. All right, so are you doing it? Can you hear me? So I can see your screen. Are you on any chat yet? All right, I can't see the chat. I can only see your the perpetual page where we have all those coins: BTC USDT, Ethereum USDT, Solana USDT, XRP. All right, I'm not see the chat yet. Yeah, I can see your chat. XCM USDT.
On top. Assuming I met up, I would have won a buy trade and I would have been in profit by now.
All right, so I can't see your trend line, but I understand what you're saying. If I imagine the trend line on the chart, but I can't see because the network is lagging. All right, so let's try. I'm going to share my screen so we can kick off.
Okay, sir. So I stop sharing.
Yeah, okay, all right. You can stop. I'll share my screen. All right.
What I'm working with now.
If you search for trading view and open the charts. Okay. So can you hear me?
Yes, okay, sir.
Okay. All right. All right. So let me share my screen so you'll be able to see my screen from over here. All right. So I'm sharing my screen right now. Can you see my screen? All right. Okay, this is our chart here. All right, can you see my chart? All right, so um let's go to the forex pair, then we'll go to crypto pairs. All right, so I took a trade on the forex pair today. The forex pair, which is right here, this one. On I sent it the trade I sent to the channel. So if you were on the channel, you would see the trade I sent there. If you're online earlier today, or if you can go to the channel right now, you see the trade I sent. All right, so this is the trade here, USD card. All right, so this is using the trend line rule. That's the same thing I did. So which trend line have you talked about? The uptrend trend line, right? All right, so before we move to the what we did on the chart, so let's talk about the downtrend trend line. So firstly, we're going to be writing out the rules for the downtrend trend line since we already wrote out the rules for the uptrend trend line. Let me share the screen here again. All right, so rule number one for the downtrend trend line. So firstly, the downtrend trend line is a resistance zone. It serves as a
Yeah.
resistance zone in a diagonal form. Downtrend trend line is serves as a resistance zone in a diagonal form. Have you seen that?
Sabbath, yeah.
It serves as a resistance zone in a diagonal form. Have you seen it? Downtrend trend line or rules of downtrend trend line. Rule number one.
Yeah.
So what's the rule number one for the resistance zone?
It must be above the price.
It must be above the price. All right, that was rule number one. So rule number one for the above the price.
Yeah.
Rule number two, it must be sloping
Rule
downwards.
number. Yeah.
It must be sloping downwards from left to right.
Mm.
It must be sloping downwards. It must be sloping downwards. Rule number three. What's rule number two for resistance zone?
It must occur two or more times.
Rule number three for Rule number two for resistance zone. Are you sure you're looking at the rule or you are just thinking, saying what you think?
No, I'm just saying what like from what I've studied. I just said it must occur two or more times.
Okay, so what's the rule number two that you wrote in your notes?
Mm. Okay, whenever a price comes to a resistance zone, it's going to sell.
All right, rule number three for downtrend trend line. Whenever price comes to a downtrend trend line, the price is going to sell. Have you written that?
Yeah,
So what was rule number three for resistance zone?
it must occur two or more times.
All right, so rule number four for downtrend trend line is it must occur two, it must happen two or more times. So what was rule number four for resistance zone?
Whenever a resistance zone is broken, it turns to a support zone.
So rule number five for the downtrend trend line. Whenever a downtrend trend line is broken, it turns to a support zone.
I've written that, sir.
All right, all right. So let's go into a brief example of what we're talking about. All right, so let's assume this is the chart. Right, I think I have to refresh this. Are you seeing my chart?
I'm only seeing your trading view page.
Okay, you are seeing a white screen, right?
Yeah.
All right. Can you see this?
What?
What I'm
Yeah, I've
drawing.
seen it.
Can you see what I'm drawing on the screen?
Yeah, 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 I feel.
All right. So let's assume we have the price moving like this. This one, this is called the price. This arrow is the price, right? Unless we have a trend line like this, right? Now, firstly, we have to follow the rules. The rule for the downtrend trend line. If you want to draw a downtrend trend line, we have to follow the rules. Now, the first rule states that it must be above the price, which is number one, above the price. Number two, it must be sloping towards downwards from left to right. You can see you start from the left side to the right side, it's sloping downwards. That's rule number two. Rule number three is whenever price comes to the what? The downtrend trend line, the price is going to sell. So place the trend line at the point where that whenever price comes there, it's selling. Can you see that whenever price came there this first time it sold? And we need to have it again that whenever price came there it sold. And the third rule states that okay, the fourth rule states that it must occur two or more times, right? Meaning it must occur one,
Yeah.
which is here, two times for it to be a valid words, a valid trend
Mm,
line. So if it was to occur once, occur twice, then we wait for the third move, right? Whenever price comes there the third
yeah.
time, that's where we want to start to sell. So from here, just see the once you see the price come back to the trend line, shoot for a sell. Whenever you see the price come there again in future again, shoot for a sell. So do you understand the example we just did now?
Yeah.
It was based off this downtrend trend line. And the trade went fine. So you can see the outcome from the channel. So
Mm,
you can check the channel, go to the channel, and you see this is actually what It's actually what we see here. Right. Let me change this to forex.com. All right. All right. This is where we took the trade from. It. Let me look through the channel and see particular points. I sent this screenshot to the channel. Let me see the particular point where we took it from. But we had the trend line on the chart. Trend line was from here. It's coming from here. Like this. And the price was currently somewhere around here. I think somewhere around here. Let me see on the charts where I place the trade from. This somewhere around here. Okay, no, not somewhere around here. It was somewhere around. Let me take this one off. Not here. Not here. It was somewhere around here.
This cattle dastardly was over, even possibility or something?
Okay, I drew the trend line like this. The price was somewhere around
So what are you
here.
doing? Bruce is like,
Here.
Bruce Argo's porterhouse.
Where the price was.
So it's like Connecticut and Buck. No, big bad thing. Why? Because privacy stuff. Uptrend.
All right, so this is it. You can see from the example we gave, you can see what happened here. The price came here. What happened? It sold, right? It came here. It sold, right? Right. You can see our trend line is already valid. Meaning, number one, whenever price comes here, it's selling, right? Number two, right? It's sloping downwards. The trend line is sloping downwards. Number three, um, once valid downtrend trend line must occur two or more times, right? Which is one, two, and it's already happening three, four. Can you see? So assuming we cut the trade around here, we should be selling from here or selling from here. You understand? You can be selling from any point, any of these points. You can sell from here. You can sell from here. You understand? You can sell from here. You understand? You can sell from here. Do you understand? Now, okay, all right. So why are we selling from here? We are selling from here because whenever price comes to a trend line, right, we have to sell. Are you seeing my screen now? All right. So can you see the chart? All right. So why are we selling from here? Whenever price comes to trend line, we have to what? We have to sell. But we didn't catch this move or this move, so that's why I didn't drop it. All right. You can see when the price came down here. This is where we caught the move from. We're waiting for the price to come back to this trend line so we can sell, right? You can see the price came here. This is where we now caught the move from. This is where I dropped the trade from. This point here, right? This is where I now dropped the trade today here. This was where the price was when I saw the price here on the trend line. And then I dropped that trade for the sell. So our stop loss was around here. And our take profit was 1:2. 1:2. All right. It was above this candlestick that formed here. This candlestick that formed here. This one. So we're just a little bit above these candlesticks that formed here. So we're having about 5 pips to 7 pips stop loss. Then our take profit was 1:2, and you can see we got even smashed up to 1:5 and 1:6. We smashed up to 1:6 as TP. So that is, you can see, I didn't hear you. All right. Okay, to get the exact amount you want on Bybit. All right, so on Bybit, when you're using Bybit, they'll tell you, they'll show you the amount you are willing, you are getting, and the amount you are risking. So they'll show you on Bybit the amount you are risking and the amount you are gaining. They'll show you on Bybit. Once you are adding your TP and your stop loss, once you're adding your TP and your stop loss, just look below the instruction given to you below. You see the amount of, yeah. The question you're asking is the amount in dollars. That's the amount. That's what you're saying. Okay. The exact amount in dollars, or the exact amount in ratio. Can you hear me? The exact amount in ratio in dollars. All right. In Bybit, you can't see the exact amount in dollars. You can only see the amount. You can only calculate the amount on your chart by pips, right? Which is also getting the amount in ratio. And you can also see the information you'll be given on your Bybit is only the quantity in coins, right? The quantity in coins, but they won't give you the amount in dollars. But the quantity in coins, you can calculate the amount in dollars using the quantity in coins. The quantity of USDT you'll be getting once it hits your take profit. You can see the information in your Bybit, but you can't see the particular value of dollars you are getting. But you can do the calculation by yourself. But once your number of pips is correct, like you're having from your trading view, you're having 1:2 or 1:3 or more, then in that kind of case you are risking less and to gain more. And also, secondly, from the question you asked, I understand you are trying to avoid being liquidated. You want to know the exact amount you want to lose, right? So you don't put a stop loss that is going to liquidate you. All right. So to avoid liquidation on Bybit, right? The amount you funded in your account, just use a small percentage of that amount. That's number one. Like use like 10 percentage, preferably, of the amount. When you are trading on Bybit, use 10% of the amount, and make sure your stop loss, whenever you're setting your stop loss, if your stop loss is above your liquidation value, Bybit is going to tell you this your stop loss is above liquidation value. They won't allow you to place the trade. Or if the trade is going to allow you, they're going to give you the warning. From Just make sure you're reading the information that is once you're setting your stop loss, the information below the stop loss, that stop loss area, there's the information they will just highlight there for you. Whatever value you input, they'll give you new information there. So from that information there, once you are putting your stop loss below liquidation point, they will tell you this stop loss is below liquidation point. Yeah, so make sure you read those information properly. Or since you are trading crypto, depending on the crypto you are trading, it should not be more than, for forex I'll say 20 pips. For crypto pairs, I'll say 2000, is it 2000 pips for crypto? So I'll say like 2000, because for Bybit they will reduce. Bybit is good, is they will tend to reduce your there's a way the calculation is being reduced. Whereas you can use small funds to trade crypto in Bybit, and yet your stop loss will still be minimized, even if you are using uh, up to 2000 pip in stop loss. But if you are risking at least 2000 or maybe 1000 pip in stop loss, you should be targeting 4000 pip in take profits, so that it will be like 1:2 or 1:3 or 1:4. All right, so that is basically what you should be looking at when you want to trade on Bybit. All right, so this is actually what we did with the downtrend trend line today. So you can see opportunity that we missed here. We missed this opportunity, but we cost this opportunity. All right. Okay, let's say we draw an uptrend trend line. Um, let's look for an uptrend. Let's look for a case where that kind of pattern forms. Hold on, let's see. Where we have an uptrend and a downtrend. Let's look for somewhere we can use quickly for that. Okay, let's see somewhere around here. Let's see if we can do something here. Okay, let's see. This is. Can we use? Okay, this is not down. This is too flat. Oh, and it didn't give me any name for the trend there. So let's go to another chart. Let's see if we find a good example of what you just the question you just asked. Then I'll be able to use it for one example. Let's go to the crypto chart. All right, so let's go to USDT. Let's go to BTC USDT. All right, so let's see if we have something like that here. So all right, let's see. This is an uptrend, and this is a downtrend. Okay, something like this. This is a downtrend, right? All right, and then we have an uptrend like this. So you have something from the bottom here coming like this. This is something like this you're talking about. Okay, if you have a downtrend and you have an uptrend like this, and you're crossing yourself here. All right, so it depends. This is what whenever we have a downtrend and an uptrend crossing themselves, we call it a flag, right? A flag. That's what we call a flag pattern. You understand? That's what we call a flag pattern. So what when we see a flag pattern in a chart, we focus on the overall trend of the market. Right? Whenever we see a flag pattern on this 15 minutes, what we have to do is like we go to like maybe 1 hour or 2 hours to see the overall trend of that market. upon that point, right? You can see this market when before it formed this flag, what it was doing was what the market was moving in a particular trend. What trend is this? What trend is this? Yes, it is uptrend. Yes, we focus on the overall trend before it give us that flag. If that market is in an uptrend before it give us the flag pattern, it means that whenever you see something like this, just focus on the trend. Whenever you see that okay, this market is giving us an uptrend, just know that you are expecting the market to break above that flag to continue that uptrend. To continue the uptrend, that's what it means. But whenever you see this flag pattern in an overall downtrend, right? Let's say you see the flag pattern. Let me give a brief example. Let's say you see a trend coming like this. In a downtrend, you see a flag pattern like this. Let's plot this. Let's say this is the downtrend line, and you're seeing an uptrend like this. You understand? Can you see the difference? Can you see that this was a trend line? All right. So let me see. Can you see my screen now? All right. So can you see this thing I'm drawing on the screen right now? This thing I drew on the screen. All right, but you can see my screen now. But you can't see it now. Can you see it? All right. So let's say this is the trend line. This is the chart. This is the price right here. This is the price. And this is the downtrend trend line. And this is the uptrend trend line. This is where they cross yourself, right? All right. So let me change the color of this trend line so that it will be different from price. Price. This is the downtrend trend line. This is the uptrend trend line, right? Downtrend, uptrend. This is the chart. Now this is a price, a downtrend line coming like this. This is the uptrend trend line going up, and they cross yourself here. Now this is called a flag pattern, right? This flag pattern, how you trade it is this. You look at the overall trend of the market. If the market is going in a downtrend, right? Just know that that market you are expecting it to break to the downside of that trend line. That's what you are expecting. You understand? Once it is on an uptrend, all right. Yes, because the overall trend is a downtrend. That's why it is going in the down to the downside. But if the overall trend is an uptrend, right, then you're expecting it to push to the upside. All right, so you can write that down somewhere. This is for flag pattern. We have so many other patterns that we'll talk about. But since you asked the question, I just quickly gave you a brief. We'll also come back to it. I have other patterns as well to look into. All right, so that is for whenever we see a trending market like that. So coming to the current chart, you can see we have a trend that's like this. We have a downtrend like this, right? Can I see that? And overall, we can see an uptrend like this. Can I see that? So that means this should have been our entry for a buy. Because number one, you can see the price came here using the rule of the uptrend. Can I see? It happened 1, 2, it came back again 3, it went up, came back to around the zone, came up again, coming back to that point again. We are buying from here, right here. Should be our entry for a buy. You understand? Using the rule of the uptrend trend line. All right. So you can see right here we have a flag, right? Just like the example we just gave now. Now, where do you think this market is going to break to? If it wants to break,
This guy? You?
Breaks the downtrend. Why do you say breaks the downtrend? What's the reason? Okay, all right. So, can you see my screen now? All right. So, where do you think this market is going to break to? If it wants to break this flag that is here, it's going to break where? Is it going to break down or break upside? Down. All right. Why is it breaking down? All right. So, the market is going to break to the upside, not the downside. Why? This market is not moving down currently. It's moving uptrend. Look at this. It's moving in an uptrend. So this one that happened here is just a small move, like a corrective move. You can see it has been moving this uptrend ever since, giving us higher highs, higher lows, and higher highs. So you can see when it came up, that's when it started giving this small downtrend, meaning the overall movement is in an uptrend, right? So if he wants to break this flag, he's going to break it to the upside. You can see from this arrow I just used to describe this chart, you can see it is moving more to the upside. So that is how we know we anticipate or we expect for it to break to the upside. So that is what we are looking at. So you can see right now the market is still buying from this trend line. So we're expecting it to come to this place and break it. If it does not come down, if it does not come back down here, it might come back down here, then go up and break it. Or it can just break it from here. It can just break it from here upwards. So those are the two moves the market is likely to make. But this should be our good entry from here, from this trend line. All right, so the downtrend, you can see from here, we didn't trade it. We won't be trading this sell from here because of what we are seeing a flag. That's why we won't be trading this sell. If this flag was not here, we'll be trading a sell from here, from this trend line, like this. We'll be selling from here. We'll be selling from here. But looking at this chart, if we want to take the risk of this chart, if we want to risk it, right, we can still place a sell trade. If we want to take a risk of saying, okay, we can afford to lose the stop loss that we are setting, right? If we can afford to lose it, we can take a sell trade from here, from the trend line. So trading is risk. So if this is a risk you are willing to take, make sure the stop loss is very tight, and then we'll place a sell trade from here. You understand? You can place a sell trade from here. Stop loss will be very tight, like this. This is 491 people in stop loss, and we are targeting 1,000 people, 1,800 people. That this is like one ratio of six or so, one ratio 5 or 6. Right, so we can take a sell trade like this. Now we are selling, saying the price might come down here before it will buy again, or the price might easily buy from up here above. But this is a risk. This You can take this risk and take the sell trade. And if it takes our stop loss, we are losing just 491 pips. So you have any questions? All right. So this sell trade is because of why are we taking this trade? Because the price is currently on the what? On the downtrend trend line. But we might say we are not taking this trade because of this flat pattern, and we can also take the risk of taking this trade. So those are the two things we are looking at. We can look at the up part Whenever we're looking at the market, we're looking at the buying and the selling parts, right? The buying part is telling us this market might likely go up this flag pattern, and the selling part is the market is currently on this trend line, and the market can actually sell from here. So that is what we are looking at, and you can see currently market on 15 minutes time frame is already showing itself. It's showing itself from here. All right, we cannot be precise with that yet, but you can still buy from here and you can still sell from here. But if you are taking the sell from here, we are taking the risk of knowing that okay, we are risking only what we know we can lose from here. That's why we are taking the sell, right? We are trading, we are risking only what we can lose, right? Because we can actually lose it and we can actually make very good profits. So those are the two things we are looking at on this trade. So you can place a sell trade from here, and the stop loss will be very. You can see stop loss is very tight compared to the profits, right? So that is basically how we're doing it. So let's go to a different chart using the downtrend trend line. Basically, going to a different chart. Let's go to Solana, Solana USDT. All right, so on Solana USDT, you can see let's draw our downtrend trend line because that's the reason for this. Okay, uh, this is downtrend trend line, right? You can see it follows all the rules of downtrend trend line, right? Can you see if you go through the rules again as we stated earlier, you can see this is following the rules, right? So you are saying that whenever price comes here again, you're looking for a sell, right? All right, so that is one way is following the rule of the downtrend trend line. Can you see? But at this point, this is already broken, right? So this is already broken. So we're expecting it to get here for place under trade. Since this one is broken, expecting it to come here. We wait for it to get to this other trade trend line here before we can place a trade. This trend line because it already broke this one. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, so before we place this trade here, we can actually once the price comes here, once it gets to this point, right? So basically what I do, I wait for to see, I go to the lower time frame to see if I'll see a bearish candlestick, right? Or a rejection. In this kind of case, I would have been on this trade and the trade would have taken out my stop loss. There are two ways on this trade, right? It's either I this trade take out my stop loss or I don't place the trade. There are two things, right? So there are two things I'm looking at on the trade, right? If I want to be on this trade and this trade take out my stop loss, is one thing, right? Another thing what I'll wait for is I'll wait for multiple week rejection. That is one thing that will make me filter the trade. Multiple week rejection, right? When I say multiple week rejection, I mean shadow rejection. I want to see the market reject here severally. If you give me something like this, if you come here, it will reject, it will just stay here and reject. Then I'll be certain that it's going to drop. But if I don't see that rejection, I won't enter the trade. Do you understand? I can actually why I said this trade might hit my stop loss is because I said whenever price comes to trend line, you're going to sell, right? So somebody might easily come here, right? I use myself as an example. Somebody can easily come here and place the trade because the price is currently on trend line. Do you understand? And you have two options at that point. Is either that trade goes in your favor or that trade hits your stop loss. Yeah, that actually go in my favor. That trade hits my stop loss if I place this trade. Just when I see trade on the trend line. You understand? But when I wait for that weak rejection, that will give me like an extra thing to look at. Weak rejection meaning Whenever you are seeing a candle, right? This is a candlestick here. This long, this candlestick you are seeing here, this green candlestick. Yes, that bullish, this bullish candlestick. This stick on top of it. You can call it shadow. You can call it wick. So what do you call it? Yeah, shadow or wick. So whenever I see this coming up here, right, I wait for other candlestick to form, like a rejection like this. Let me show you an example here. You can see what happened here. When this price came, when this candlestick came, what did it do? It's rejected. It didn't just break it, right? You can see it didn't just come here and break this candle, this trend line. What did it do? It came here, it formed this candlestick, rejected. It formed this one to reject. It formed this one to reject. Like you can see, you can count the candlestick that is formed there. One, two, three, four. Right? It was just forming this set of candlestick around this trend line. Do you understand? Without breaking it. Because a candlestick that's going to break it is going to come and just break it like immediately. It won't be rejecting. It won't come here and start to reject. You understand? So whenever I start to see this rejection, that's when I say, okay, this is going to reverse from this trend line. Because number one, whenever price of the trend line is going to what? Drop, right? It's going to sell. Now look at this example here also. When the price came to this trend line, what did it do? It came down. What did it do again? It came back up there again, right? It started rejecting. It came back there, started rejecting. Because I've seen this rejection happening like this, I know that it's going to do what? It's going to sell from there. You understand? So I could have cut this straight from here because of that rejection. If I want to do what? Okay, if you want to check for rejection, this is a downtrend, right? That is why we are looking out for bearish, and we can see bullish there as well. A rejection is the it's showing us that the price is not breaking the trend line, right? Let me take this one out and I'll show you what is happening here. Let me just use a box. You can see what happened here, right? Can I see what's happening inside this box? So what I will do is I'll go to 5 minutes time frame. 5 minutes. Then if you look at that box, you can see what's happening in that box. You can see the price is struggling, right? Can you see the price is struggling? It's struggling, it's struggling. You can give us bullish or bearish candlestick there, but none of those candlestick is going to break the trend line. So that is where that's how we know rejection. You're not using the bearish alone to check for it, right? You're looking at the bearish, right? But it might give you bullish. Do you understand? It might give you a bullish candlestick, but you focus on the trend line, right? The price, the chart, the price, the candlestick itself, as it's reacting on that trend line, it should not break the trend line with a solid candlestick. There should be no solid candlestick that will break that trend line. Do you understand? When I say solid candlestick, it means for a downtrend, there should be no bullish candlestick, a very big bullish candlestick that will break the trend line. And for an uptrend, there should be no big bearish candlestick that will break the trend line whenever you are seeing that rejection. All right, so whenever I see that rejection, and even though we see bullish or bearish, and they are all reacting on that zone of the trend line, that is when we say, okay, we're expecting for that trade to what? Move into a selling for a downtrend trend line. So what I do, I go to 5 minutes and I look for how well the market is rejecting there. For a candlestick that was going to break it, you will see right here, it didn't reject so much. Can you see right here? It even gave us a bearish candlestick, right? But it didn't reject so much. It broke it. Can you see that this one broke it? This one broke it with this bearish bullish candlestick. So this is when you know this market is not going to sell. But for the one that's going to sell from the trend line, can you see that it started giving us something like this, like it's scrolling. Can you see it came down, it came up, it came down, it came up, it came down, it came up. This is how you know it's going to sell. So that's basically what I do, go to the lower time frame to see how it's reacting on that zone. So that's exactly what we did for the USD card before I sent out the signal today. All right, so let's check out for um what coin you want to look into. That's what we just did right now. All right, it's H. So after this one, we'll do one more example and then we'll off done for today's class. You just do your practice, do your practice with one or two pairs, and then we'll be off. So I'll just do two more examples, then you do two more practice on your phone to see with the downtrend trend line, and you can combine it with your uptrend trend line, then we off. All right, so this is ETH USDT. So I can draw a downtrend trend line this way. You can see it's follow that rule of downtrend trend line, which says that it must be above the price. It must be sloping downwards. Whenever price comes here, it's going to do what? It's going to sell, right? That means as we cut the price here, what we do? Sell, right? All right, that is it. And remember, whenever price breaks a downtrend trend line, it turns it to a support. All right, so that is, I think we saw one example on Solana. Let's quickly go out Solana. We'll come back to ETH where price broke it. Let me quickly go back to Solana. Come back to ETH. I think this is here I was. Okay, you can see where price broke here. So what we should be doing here right now, you can go on your chart and place a long trade on Solana from here, right here. Long Solana. Why are we longing Solana from here? Because it just broke what? A downtrend. Long it, set and take profit somewhere around here. Stop loss should be here. Can you see my screen? All right, once you can't see my screen, you let me know. So I don't just move. Don't just move up ahead. All right, can you see it now? All right. Daniel's been working the case, a series of Grizzly hotel murders, one at Kensington, one at Waldorf in Brooklyn, bodies stabbed. All right, so share your screen is not sharing for over 20 minutes now. Okay. All right, I'll share it again. All right. So okay. So let me try to share the screen again. Give me a moment. If you can see my screen now. All right. All right. So can you see my chat? All right. So since you can see my chart, let's continue from there. All right. So you can see we can place the buy trade from here. You can place the buy trade from here. So why are we placing a buy trade from here? Why are we placing a buy trade? All right. So whenever a price breaks down the trend line, it's going to turn into what? Support zone, right? That is the fifth rule. The fifth rule, right? That is why we are what placing a buy trade there.
For her life back. Feelings. They aren't for me.
All right. So this is one of the rules we're looking at as well. So let's go back to ETH.
I know it's time.
One of the rules for the downtrend trend line. All right. So for the ETH, you can see this is our downtrend rule, meaning if price comes back to this trend line, what are we supposed to do? Supposed to sell, right? This trend line, what are we do? We're expecting to do what? To sell from here, right? All right, very good. So remember, we can also what? So far our rules are met, we can also do what? Draw a trend line like this, right? Right? Why? Because it's following the rule of what? Of the downtrend trend line, right? Whenever price comes to downtrend trend line, is what? Is selling. Can you see my screen? Cannot see my screen. I said if you cannot see my screen, just let me know so I will be able to refresh. Once you stop seeing it, just let me know. All right. So you can see right here, you can see what the price is doing. It's following the rule of the trend line here, right? All right. You can see it's going up, it's touching the trend line, and it's coming down, right? Which follows the rule that states that whenever price comes to the trend line, it's going to sell, right? Okay, okay. All right. I think the network is really it's really giving issues here. We're really having issues with network. Can I see it now? All right. So you can see what it did here. Now from here, you can see the price broke the trend line, right? Which is the fifth rule, right? Whenever price breaks the uptrend trend line, what happens? It turns into what? A support, right? So from here, we are coming here to do what? To buy. Why are we buying? Because the price have turned into what? A support zone. Can you see that? All right. Break where? We can this trade come down here. This trend line come down to this point. Okay. This trade can still come down to this point, yes. If that's your question. It can still come down here or it can go up to this point before it now come down. You understand? So if it comes to that up to this point, this is where we should be looking for a sell. You understand? All right, so any question?
Pretty sure that's not true.
How you don't know, right? So when we are called price action traders is because we wait for the price, right? Why we are called price action trader, the definition of why we are called price action traders is because we wait for the price action, right? What I mean by wait for the price action, we wait for the price to give us its action, right? We wait for the price to do what it wants to do. That's why we're called price action traders. We wait for the price to do what it wants to do, right? Once the price does what it's doing, right, then we react to the price action. React based on what the price is doing. All right. So if the price is here, that is the price has given us an action that's relating to our analysis. Right. So what we'll do is we come here and we react based on what the price has done. Now, why we are buying from here is because the price broke this trend line, right? If the price doesn't break this trend line, we won't buy. Do you understand? So your question is, what are the criteria that makes us to know if this price is going to get up here? Now we don't know if the price is going to get up here, so that's what we do now. We wait to see what the price is going to do. So from here, as we place the trade here, we would have taken our profit somewhere around here, right? We are not anticipating that this price would have taken our profit around maybe somewhere around 1:2 or 1:3. Okay, all right. Can you see it now? All right, we should have taken our profit around 1:2, which is somewhere around there. This is already 1:3. Around 1:2 or 1:3 or 1 the overall is 1:4. So we should have taken our profit from 1:2 or 1:3 on this trade, right? On this trade. So we are not, this price might get up here and it might not get up here. So those are the two moves the price might make. So if you are still holding on this trade, if you want to hold this trade and say this price is going to get up here, then at this point we should be running at a risk-free trade, meaning our stop loss should be at break even. Price-free trade, meaning our stop loss should be at break even. And
Our surplus will be where?
be at break even.
Okay.
Should be on this our entry, so that if this trade comes back to hit our entry, we won't be losing anything.
Yeah.
So that is the one reason. If you want to hold it, when you're waiting for the price to give us an action, then we react to whatever action the price has given us. All right, so any question? So let's do one more example, and then you share your screen and uh, do one or two practice, and then we off. All right. So which pair do you want to look at next?
I'm gonna clean this mess up once for all. You're gonna give me 5 minutes for your talk. Yeah. After that, you don't like what you hear.
All right. What you call it?
This would be there. You take your shot.
All right.
What I do is I'm monsters. I want to be a monster.
You say that now. The last time we fought, you couldn't remember his name.
2003, I agreed up Uptrend. I was working a case 3 days. Livers were ripped out and eaten by your father. Livers got tracked down that night.
Beef, right?
Warehouse.
You say he's a monster. What
Yeah.
kind of monster was he?
Never seen that one before. Never seen it again.
All I know is that he gave him
All right. On which USDT, you can draw a trend line like this
That didn't happen. I was there.
because it's following our downtrend group.
It was a human voice, and he
You can see it.
It's a ploy.
You can see it came down. Okay, price comes there, is selling. Meaning, as the move comes to trade around here, we should be selling from somewhere around here. We should be selling around all these points. It should be our selling points. Around this point should be our selling, or here we can sell from here as well.
My whole life.
Why? Because the price is on the what? On the trend line, right? So
That's your story.
Yeah.
we should be clear with trade with downtrend trend line. And you can see we're also saying that whenever price comes here in the future again, what are we doing? We are selling,
We
right?
fell. Yeah. Sir, please, in this, how you make use of your trading view, can you just like make analysis on a pair and leave it there? If the trend line won't clean.
If you make an analysis on trading view, nothing will happen to it. It's remain there.
Another 2 days.
Okay.
Yes. No matter if you draw anything on it, it will remain there for how long as any time you want it to remain there. Unless you delete it by yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to delete it, I'll just come to this and I'll delete it from
Mm,
here. If I click on remove drawings and indicators, you can see everything is off.
yeah.
All right. So if I want to bring it back on my PC, I just hit to Z. Everything's gonna come back.
Uh, so, sir, you use 1 day analysis to analyze charts. Yeah.
You said I use what?
1 day and 1 day to analyze the chart first, 4 hours to 15 minutes.
Yes, yeah, I use top-down analysis from the daily down to the 15 minutes.
4 hours and 15 minutes.
I use daily, 1 day, I use 4 hours, I use 1 hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
So you can see down, I use the daily, I use the 4 hours, I use the 1 hour and 15 minutes. All right, so basically, as you can see on this chart, you can actually draw another trend line like this, following the rules of trend line, right? She's
Mm,
obeying the rule. And if the price come here,
yeah.
you can still sell from here, sell entry from here, depending on what we see,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You can also draw on that trend line like this, right?
Yeah.
Can you see this? Why are we drawing down one like this? Because,
I cannot see your screen, sir. Okay. Okay. I
okay,
can see it.
can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, you can see because it's following the rule of the downtrend.
Yeah.
Markets came here, it sold, it came here, it sold again. Now what happened here? It came here and it broke it. We should be entering for a what?
Bye.
A buy from here. Enter for a buy
He's going. Oh,
around here.
Lena.
Take profits.
In the way.
Is 200 already, and if I targeting 1:2, we should have beaten our take profits.
Without being pressed.
This is already 1:2.7. So 1:2,
Almost 1:3.
yes, almost 1:3. Give us 1:2.9 before it started reversing down. If we like 2, we shall have taken our profits and off of the market.
Okay. Okay.
So this should yeah, and that is it for
Alpha team went down.
uh this one. So I want you to share your screen, and do your analysis. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now.
Thank you for cleaning up the mess you made. Working for me. Touched. Spoiling. Competent. Infants. King at last.
All right, can you hear me?
King of war.
Yeah.
Really good. And it's getting short.
Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing now.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop sharing.
Get to it. Time for the coup d'etat.
Yes. You can see
Boy.
basically
Something the matter with you.
what we've done today.
Yeah.
Just do exactly what you've seen us do in the practice. You're good.
Can you see my screen, sir?
Yeah, I can see your screen. Let me stop sharing here. All right, so just do something. Let's see.
You were a teen. You still have the mark. It's in your
I
rear.
don't know like this.
My man brought in a runaway last night. At zero manners. Didn't even thank me for saving her.
Those vampires stole their mom's
So I don't know where I pressed is showing all this blue stuff.
and cut their losses.
Is your family? Yes. How did they die?
So I don't know where I pressed. The color is blue. I don't know.
Okay, so you change your chart from candlestick to, okay, let's say zoom in. I guess it's because you zoomed out. You zoomed to
It's,
line from candlestick to line chart. So this is on line chart currently. That is why you are seeing lines.
so how am I going to change back?
All right.
So how am I going to change it back?
So to change it back to candlesticks, um, on Bybit. All right. Give me a second. Give me a second. All right. So there are types of charts: the line chart, candlestick. Let me see how we can change it back. On Bybit.
You can get through this.
All right. It's currently on line chart on Bybit.
Oh, baby.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to bring it on my chart, so I'll be able to bring it back on your chart. Right. So why is like this is because you are currently on time. Right. Change your time to 15 minutes. Then you go back to the candlestick. Click on 15 minutes and you go back to candlestick.
It's already back, sir.
All right.
Hiya, you're welcome. Come on.
So using the trend line can basically place trade using the trend line, but other thing we've talked about so far, like support and resistance, and combining it with the trend line, it gives you like more eyes on the market. Just gives you more flexibility to look at the charts at different dimensions on the market. So you'll be able to place trades and end up becoming profitable
So if I
in
fit,
comparison movements.
I'm waiting for the trade to come to this my trend line. So I'll go for a sell trade. So let me look for the one I can go for sell trade.
All right. You can actually go for a sell or a buy depending on what you see. You can combine your downtrend and your uptrend together. I just want to see what you can do, what you will able to do. And I want you to place a trade, a live trade. I want to see a setup right now on the chart.
Okay.
Then let's see how it plays out.
The true blue is everywhere.
Good night, Mr. Beard.
Hey, good. Aces. Yeah, look, it's another parchment.
I mean, how much more is even left? We got nothing on the market.
right? You take these eggs from all the crap they amassed over the years, we'll have actually collected some. Here. He wolf, she wolf, a study in werewolf transgenderism. 600 pages, volume one. But not something important like, I don't know, the oldest symbol known to man. That's alright. It's not weird enough.
Good morning. Excuse me, I gotta get you all seated, please. Good morning. I'm Sheriff Lynn Hughes, Hibbing PD. I'd like to say first off, what an honor it is to have you all here this year. And, that's what folks say. Seeing as how this is my first time hosting one of these things, I thought I'd like to try something new. Partners. Find an officer from 50 miles outside of where you hail from, and be a team. Go on and make a friend.
Alex, I know you'll be okay. You are totally capable of not throwing a table. Totally capable. My faith in you stamps me too. I'll call you later. Yo, hi. Hi. Looks like you get a partner. Looks like, well, no one know.
Mouse versus winter, a snow must go on. Establishing a canine unit. Oh, preparing for a riot. Why not try it?
Here's the money.
Here's the money.
Search engines.
Trash man's not getting on hardware store this morning. Eaten.
Eating how?
Like, nothing left but the peach, you know.
Any idea what's in it?
Corner staying hounds out of the woods. Bottom council. Our sheriff accused of sowing sorts, but
All right. So how is it going? Do you have any questions?
Here we get the critters and shit.
I'm looking for chats that I can place it through, so I'll be able to show you.
All right. All right.
Be right back. Okay. Save your seat, Jones.
Jody, how's it going?
I know. Having the time of my life at a sheriff's retreat in Hibbing.
Wow, it sounds like a blast. Dean says hi.
I'm waiting for this thing to reach here, so I'll go for a self-trade. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
So I'm waiting for it to reach at like 7 something. I'm
All
waiting
right.
for it to reach. For it to reach 7147, so I can place a sell trade. So I'm correct.
Yeah, correct. So you can set a price alert there. So once the price get there, it's going to send you an alert, and you go there and place the trade.
I don't know how to press set it, sir. Please, can you teach me?
All right, go to the chart where you are expecting the alert.
Okay, trade. Okay, set, sir. Oh,
Okay, okay. So on the chart, you should see the alert under tools. Have you
Under
seen it?
what? Under what?
Tools. Uh,
I'm not seeing it.
you see tools beside the long and the short. So
Okay, I've seen it.
click on tools. Let's see if we have the alert option there. Do you have an alert option here?
Only
Okay, there's no alert
iceberg.
option here. So go back,
Yeah.
go to go to the icon beside the pencil icon there. All right.
Sorry.
How's it going?
It should be.
Good. Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm gonna put you on speaker.
Let me see if I can search for it here.
Hey, Jody.
It should be an alert to. Let me see where the alert to currently is on Bybit.
No,
This is the
Sam,
demo, right?
pass under the bleachers.
Right. So let me switch to.
Yeah. I don't know, Jody. I got nothing. Jody.
All right. So I'm currently on the demo
That's okay, I can handle it. I promise I'll call if it
on
gets
the
to be something.
derivatives page.
All right. Well, enjoy the retreat.
Screw you, Winchester.
Talk
So
soon.
let me see where the alert is right here.
Jody said she's.
All right.
All right. See you around.
Sheriff Jody Mills. I'm gonna take a look at the body they brought in this morning. Sure.
So
As soon as you become a member of the Hibbing Police Department.
on this
I'm just
page,
trying to help here. And I'm just trying to not lose my temper. Hey, stranger. How are you, Shelly?
on the demo page, I'm trying to look at the alerts.
Love him to death. Need something? Oh, I just came to check out the Vic. Where's Lynette? I was tied up with the retreat. Big surprise, right? But I figured, what's the sense in having a hotel full of sheriffs if you can't help out? Someone's got to get you a handle or something. But, what's her name? Sheriff Mills. I'd say she left her manners back in Sioux Falls.
The alerts here on demo page.
So what do you say? Curtains up? Hold on to your breakfasts. This one's grizzly.
I'm trying to find the alert on the demo page. I don't think the alerts.
Okay, the boodle.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
You got a measuring tape?
All right, it's because you are on depth. You are on you selected depth, so it's showing you the depth of the. Yeah, just click on 15 minutes time frame. So I can't find the alerts here, but on the live trading account,
More of these?
the alert is just right there on the screen on the live trading account. But on this demo account, I don't think there's alerts for the demo. Right, but if you switch to live trading, you'll be able to see the alerts there. All right, so on live trading, go to derivatives page, and you will see alerts beside your long and short, beside tools. Yes, so that is where you can. I don't think there's alerts option for the demo, so you can see alerts for. You can set. You can just click on alert. Once you click on alert, you click on price alert.
Just watching top model.
Price alert, then impute the price that you want, that you are saying once the price get there, you want to receive an alert. So have you gotten the price? Have you seen the price? So go back to the chart, look at the price where you want the price to get there. Go back to the chart. So which price are you looking at the price to get to before you come to the chart and place the trade? Okay, if you tap on the trend line, You're looking at the price. You're not looking at the trend. You're just looking at the price. If you tap on the screen, you can see that yellow line there. You can use that to.
How's that salsa treatment?
72.264.
Something I can help you with?
All right. So you can set your price alert there.
Yeah, sure was.
What kind of animal do you think did it now?
I don't know. Got animal control.
That's it? Show your nails, Sioux Falls.
Sheriff Hughes, we have an issue. The raffle.
So you said 72 point what 264, but you wrote 72.64. Is it the same
Make
thing?
sure.
Or is that what you change your no, you can leave it exactly what you want it to be. I'm just trying to confirm if that's what you really want to put inputs there. All right.
I used to put the cans in his cart.
He really missing much.
Honestly, Donna, just not the guy, but Doug seems like kind of a dick. He was my dick.
It's going to send you a notification.
I'm gonna go pick the can, you know, where it's less gross.
So you receive a notification that your price is currently on that point.
Everything okay?
No, it's not enter a trade. It's unless you set a sell limit, that's when it's going to enter a trade.
Alright, not real. Somebody else turned up there.
Looks like another animal.
Okay.
Please don't spread that. We don't want to spoil everyone's good time.
Or get too many cooks in the kitchen?
Exactly. Now, Deputy Graham and I gotta go make a few calls. So, try and have a good time.
All right, can do one more and we're done. One more and we're done. One more, and we're off from the live. It's already